destroying consistently some kind of technology. Is there a historical implication here?
We're back.
Hey, what's up, man?
Happy fucking birthday, dude.
Thank you.
This is a fucking birthday episode today, man.
Happy birthday to me.
How you feeling?
Old
Damn,
as shit.
Makes two of us, dog.
Well, like in my head, I'm still a teenager.
Yeah, me too.
I still feel like that irresponsible asshole, like just wants to do whatever the fuck he wants. But I got a job and responsibilities and shit.
Fuck. Well, happy birthday, man. Cheers. We already cracked these open, but
Thank you. Thank you.
so what's the plan for today? What are you gonna do? What do you got going?
I gotta work.
Really?
Yeah.
On your birthday?
Yeah.
Aren't you your own boss?
Yeah.
Give yourself a day off.
Nah. I can't, bro. It's just work is work, bro. It's gotta get done. It's like my I guess an obligation or a responsibility. It's I gotta be there.
Yeah, you're right. Absolutely right. That's the right mindset to have. And what's on the menu?
Just regular shit. Ain't nothing special.
No spreads? Aw, dude. At least
Nah.
do birthday spreads today, bro.
Well, I don't
Like
have.
if you were in jail and shit, you're like, oh, all the big homies are like, let's make a spread for this food.
I don't have like that much like authority over there yet. I can't be like, oh, I want to put this on the menu. Like, it's nothing like that yet.
Man.
Because like, I want to make like drastic changes because it's a little complicated, a little running around. It's just not big enough to do like the menu that we have.
Yeah.
But, I mean,
You know what you should do?
it's messing with like a formula that I'd be doing, so I don't know if I really want to.
You should make your famous quesadilla
Which one?
from work with pepperoni, parmesan, and all that shit. The shit you made last time at work.
that's just fucking fire.
You should make all the shit we would make at work over there.
A little more fancy though, because people paying money for this, bro. It's not just me and my homies like getting food together, like putting food together. So
Throw a fucking play with the quesadilla with fucking salchichas and shit.
That's it,
There
bro.
you go, dig.
little parsley on the side. What's up? $17, please.
Damn. Hey, but happy birthday, man.
Thank you.
Fucking awesome, bro.
Yeah,
Um,
it's good to make it another year.
shout out to Vanna Bovana
Oh yeah, yeah.
for getting me super fucking. Well, she didn't get me, but I got pretty fucked up last night, bro.
Yeah.
She took me to what's that shit called? Hangar 21 in Redlands. Shout out to them, dude. That fucking brewery was this shit, dog.
I've heard of it.
Bad,
It's in
dude.
Redlands.
All right, so long story short, when I got picked up, I was already fucked up, so I wasn't really paying attention to
where you went?
Yeah, all I remember is telling her, hey, you're not gonna murder me, right? Because we're like in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
And that's one thing I like about these fucking breweries, that it's like in the least expected place.
Uh-huh.
And it's like, I felt like we're in the middle of warehouses and shit.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden a brewery right there.
Yeah.
And it's fucking sick, dude, because it's all alone. And then all the group of people right there having a good time, drinking beers. It had good views. It's a nice fucking little place.
Yeah.
The beer was fucking bomb. I had,
San Diego, a lot of it's like that.
Yeah.
Like a bunch of like little breweries and like
Yeah.
little industrial parks. And
I
little-
love that shit, dude.
It looks like there's like an attorney, like there's this one called like the something Abbey, the old Abbey, the
Okay,
broken
I've heard of
Abbey or
that.
some shit.
Yeah, yeah.
That one's like in a little. It looks like a little law office fucking center.
Okay.
It's just like a bunch of like little law offices, and then downstairs is one of them. There's a brewery, and then like a big warehouse in the back.
Nice. All right. Yeah.
They're all like hidden in this weird little spots.
Yeah, that's what I like, dude, because it's like a fucking mission and try to find them. You're like, what the fuck? Okay, for example, a long time ago, I went to I don't even know if they're still open, but I went to this brewery in Los Angeles called the Iron Triangle. Right? One of my favorites, dude. Like their shit was on point. But you go to, it's like in Skid Row.
Oh shit.
Literally, the fucking wall was all graffitied and it looked all fucked up. I said, nah, this can't be it.
Yeah.
I was like, this shit looks abandoned. Like, it looks closed.
Mm-hmm.
Sure enough, you open the door, fool, like a speakeasy inside, dog.
It's all just fucking lit up.
Nice,
and
dude. Like
everyone's-
almost like a kind of like a jazzy type vibe in there, bro.
Whole atmosphere.
Yeah, dude, that shit was sick, bro. And their beers were on point. I hope they're still open. I gotta look it up to see if they. But I like that shit, dude. I like where it's like it's unexpected and shit. You know what I'm saying?
You been to Stone Brewery?
Oh yeah, fuck yeah.
The one in the garden? And
Yeah,
everything?
hell yeah. The koi gardens and all that shit.
That's just so
I want to
dope.
go back, dude.
That's so dope right there.
Yeah,
Like
it really is.
it's that one's like kind of up in the hills too, kind of hidden off.
Uh-huh.
And then like it is like in an industrial area, but somehow they have like this giant acreage of like fucking just like grass and hills and shit.
Right.
And they got like a pond in there. And
Did
like,
you-
it's so dope in there?
Did you hear that Sapporo bought out Stone?
Really?
Sapporo Beer owns Stone Brewery now.
That's cool.
That, yeah. I like Sapporo. Sapporo's fucking fire, dude.
I heard it's like Japan, like the Japanese like Budweiser.
Yeah.
It's like that big brand. you know?
Yeah. It's good. I like it.
So good for them. They made some money, hopefully.
Yeah. It's that place is nice, dude. And then the food there at Stone, fucking
Fire.
titties, bro. It's bomb as fuck, dog. I had duck tacos last time.
Oh yeah.
Fucking dude, delicious, bro.
Did you get any food yesterday? Was there any food, or was it just like?
Dude, don't even get me started on that shit, bro. Like,
happened?
we're
What
so
do you
hungry,
mean?
fool. Usually when you go to a fucking brewery, there's a goddamn food truck there.
A food truck,
Or
or they
something.
have like little.
Nobody showed up right
appetizers?
there, bro. Nobody.
They don't have like appetizers, like chicken fingers.
Just bags of chips.
Aw.
That's all we had. And then, so we hit up Santana's afterwards, and that was a mistake
What?
because I'm still paying for it right now. Like,
Ah, yeah.
ever since I started eating healthy and shit like that, like now that if I eat like junk,
Greasy food and fried
it
food.
fucks me, bro, all
Yeah,
day.
It messes with my stomach too.
And
My
like,
stomach,
it
yeah.
wasn't even that unhealthy because I had a carne asada burrito, and you already know Santana's. They don't put no beans or nothing. It's just fucking meat and a tortilla, and that's it.
And cheese.
Nothing. It was just fucking carne asada and a tortilla.
That's what's up.
A lot of protein.
A
And
lot
shit.
of protein, bro. A lot of fucking
And it's
calories.
flushing me out right now.
That's what's up.
So I mean, other than that, I had a great night, bro.
That's good, man.
I got pretty fucked up,
That's good.
and I feel a little hungover right now, but
Oh well.
it's all good. I'll work it off later.
We got some medication for you. We'll figure it out.
Got my fucking toro rojo and shit. But what's been new, man? What else is new?
What else is new? They put up that fucking satellite, or they, they- the
dude,
James Webb?
have you been seeing those fucking images,
yeah.
bro?
Well, they launched it like in December, I think, December 20 something. But it's been since then. It took like a month ago. It took like a picture to align all the mirrors or like all the sensors or whatever.
Right.
So we got like one picture like a month ago. This week we got like 5 pictures or some shit. Like the
Okay.
first picture was one that had all like the warpings and shit. And like
See all the little galaxies and shit, dude.
Yeah, that's
intense.
That's
bro.
crazy. And they said that like I can't remember, like I think it was like some official from NASA said that like the way that you're looking at it is if you take like a grain of sand at the fucking at arm's length, the tiniest grain of sand, that's what's in that picture. Like all that information is in like
Wow.
tiny.
Right.
But like they can gather like a bunch of information and stuff.
Damn, that's wild, dude.
And I think like later on, like they already have like a couple of pictures kind of lined up, like what they want to take. It's not like freelance, just like, oh, let's just take a look around. But like they have a couple pictures like coming up that are going to be pretty fucking interesting because they say that they're going to be looking at some planets that may have life on it.
Oh, dude, that's gonna be so sick, bro.
Yeah,
I can't wait to see that.
They're going to try and detect like that. They for sure know, or they anticipate that it has an atmosphere, and that whatever else and whatever, like they're gonna look for whatever things that they detect in the air. I think nitrogen. They're gonna look for nitrogen because they say that nitrogen is something that like living creatures give off no matter
Right.
what. And so if a planet is full of nitrogen, it could mean that there's life on it.
Yeah.
So they're looking at one in I think like in a week or two, or maybe in a month. But it's coming up. It's one of the pictures that they will be taking, and then there's one picture that they say that it might be older than us that also has the possibility of having life on it. So there might be a chance that something has developed there.
Then it might be more
Maybe more advanced
yeah.
than us.
That'd be fucking sick, dude.
That'd be fucking intense to find
All
out.
this shit, bro, like it's giving me Star Wars vibes, like Andor, like with the little fucking exoplanets and shit. You know what I'm saying?
All the planets with different like
Yeah.
civilizations on them and shit.
That'd be crazy. Imagine, like, I'm pretty sure I mentioned this before, but like a water world.
Waterworld.
You just show up and it's a fucking ocean, like nothing but ocean.
Well, they say like that. What is that moon on Neptune?
Yeah, it's all frozen though.
But they say there's
Yeah, the whole thing is
liquid
water,
water
yeah.
or some shit.
Uh-huh.
No,
It's
Or one of the moons of
yeah.
Jupiter,
It's
or-
like fuck, I forgot what it was called. It's called
oh, it's got a fucking sick name too.
Oh, I can't believe I fucking forgot. You know what? It's called Titan.
Titan.
I believe it's Titan.
Sick.
Yeah, dude. But yeah, I can't wait to
Can't
get
wait
more images from that fucking.
It's dope, dude. Like the shit that they see, like there was pictures that they took with like the Hubble telescope, and then now with
That
like,
was the OG one right there.
The OG.
Yeah.
I think that was the one that they sent up to space, and then
And it was fucked up.
It was
fool.
fucked up because
they
they
had to
weren't
spend a lot of money to send another mission up there to fix that shit, dog.
something about like they weren't whoever was thinking about it or whatever, like they didn't anticipate like the gravity or some shit or how it was like orbiting or whatever the fuck. But when it first went up, like the images were
We're
blurry.
blurry. Yeah, they
So-
said that the fucking mirrors weren't aligned right or something like that, and they had to go up there and realign them.
Yeah, because of the gravity or some shit. So
Man.
so that's fucking wild.
Imagine that fool that's calculated that fool got fired as fuck, dude.
It's like, bro, you fucking forgot to carry the one.
Man, that fool was tripping as fuck, dude. But yeah, that's wild, dude. I'm honestly can't wait to see more images. You know what I'm saying?
That's
But
dope.
other than that, what do we got for today, man?
Man, so today we're talking about so last podcast we talked about the Men in Black.
Right. You didn't get visitor, right?
So far, no. Yeah, let's give a MIB check. Did you get?
Nah.
You're all good. Everything's good with you.
Yep.
No strange anomalies. Not being levitated and shit.
I would hope not.
Okay, nah, me either. So last week we got into like the Mothman,
Right.
and then sorry, the Men in Black, and just and then you said you wanted to roll into the Mothman.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, I thought I heard something about like the Men in Black, but I didn't know like anything at all. Actually,
Right.
I know about the Mothman, but I didn't know that it tied into the Men in Black at all.
Okay.
I thought it was its own thing, its own like phenomena, its own sightings, but they're tied in.
Right.
Because like when people see like the Mothman, they also get visited by Men in Black.
Right.
So it's fucking crazy that like all this shit is kind of connected.
Okay.
It's not like one. I mean, maybe it's one phenomena that like nobody like really talks to because it's so rare.
Right.
Just because like you don't see. I mean, you don't see a gorilla every day, right?
Right.
But you know they're there,
Right. Right.
so they're real, right?
Right.
Okay, so you never see this shit. You never fucking. Only a handful of people has ever seen it. There's no real documentation of it because it's fucking an insane creature or being.
Like cryptid.
Cryptid.
Were you the one that sent me that they might have found Bigfoot?
Yeah.
That's fucking wild. Oh, that skull, right?
That skull,
Yeah.
that fucking what's his name? God damn it, Coyote Peterson, right?
Oh yeah, the guy that would get stung by shit all the
Yeah,
time.
the guy that gets stung by
that
like
fucking fool's
the fucked up
wild,
ants.
dog. Have you seen his shit on YouTube?
Yeah,
Fuck that, dude.
he's fucking
How does he not have like anxiety or a heart attack when he's about to get stung by some shit, dog?
I
Like
don't know, man. It's fucking
that shit looks painful as fuck, dude. I get pissed off about bees, bro. Imagine this motherfucker.
yeah. This yeah, he put a post up that he found like this skull up in Canada.
Okay.
Let me look this up actually before I start giving like misinformation. I want to represent like, okay, so in this podcast, if this is your first episode, like we try to, we're bullshitting about our lives and you know the shit that we talk about. We're kind of just BSing, kind of whatever. But when we talk about this stuff, this is documented shit.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like we make it up or we're following some like, some hearsay or some like like kids on the fucking, you know, on the playground like telling stories and shit. It's not like that at all. Like this shit has like legitimate people talking about legitimate shit. Like they go to the newspaper, they go to the police department, they go to like in this case some people went to like to town hall and shit.
Right.
And like this, I'm not making any of this up. What I'm making up is like just, I guess I'm not making up anything. This is as real as it gets. But I mean, so far we haven't been visited by the Men in Black. I have seen like UFOs like in the sky,
Yeah.
and that's in our like what episode? The
I don't even remember. Like our.
intro? No. We have an episode for our personal experiences.
Yeah. I already forgot, dude. I gotta
So-
go look back on that.
So yeah, no. If this is your first exposure to us, just fucking check out our other podcasts because we get into like different subjects.
I
mean, we talk about our lives,
yeah.
but then we talk about like our what's it called, like whatever subject that we're talking about.
Yeah,
we're just trying to fill you guys in on all the shit that we found out. And I spent a fucking month doing research on this shit. Like I went through like YouTube, I went through Netflix, I went through Disney Plus, I went through a bunch of different ones, like different ways to
the
go
Mothman's a good one, dude.
to find this information.
The Mothman's a good one. It has a lot of info. But about that Bigfoot skull.
Oh, the Bigfoot skull.
Yeah,
Fucking,
fool, that's
the fuck is his name?
Coyote Peterson.
Coyote.
He found it in Canada. That's where fucking Les Stroud would be doing his Survivor Man shit.
Yeah.
And he said that he would have his encounters up there too.
Where the fuck did I send it to you? I can't fucking find
They probably deleted it.
Nah, for real?
They probably did. I seen it though. I remember seeing it.
Oh yeah, it is. Coyote pieces. I was just Coyote. I thought he spelled it with an A. I guess I'm dumb.
Coyote.
Coyote Peterson. Is there an
Coyote
update to this
Peterson.
shit? There's another picture. Did you see that?
No.
There's another picture of it
Send it to me.
in the fucking water. Well, here.
Oh shit. And they say that there's belief that they bury the dead, no?
Who fucking yeah? I mean, they say why don't they find their bones or something? Yeah, because like they hang out in a group or something. Like I'm guessing if I had to throw my fucking let's talk about Bigfoot, I guess. We'll get into that in a separate podcast, but like this is a quick snapshot of what I think about Bigfoot. So what I think Bigfoot is a creature that exists somewhere between our dimension and another dimension.
Okay.
Let's just call it 2-dimension.
Okay.
You know what 2-dimension is, right?
Yeah.
Where like you can see it in one way, but as soon as it turns, it disappears.
Okay.
Think about it like that.
Okay.
I think that it lives somewhere in between there.
Mm-hmm.
Because we see what me and you can see is the color. Oh, this ties into like the satellite. The Hubble could see in one color or in the visual color, but it could also see like in some of the other colors that we can't see, like infrared or infrared. I don't know, whatever the fuck. The other side of the color spectrum. And maybe that's kind of like us, like it can see like that.
Okay.
The other one, the new one, the James Webb Telescope, maybe that one's like Bigfoot, or where it can exist in the infrared.
So it could take images on both.
Or it looks like that. I mean, no. So so it can take images of both, right? But like
I don't necessarily.
Maybe it's a type of camouflage that it developed.
Yeah.
Because
my belief, I don't think that's it, bro. My belief.
Well, think about that. Octopus like can change like their colors and shit.
Yeah. No.
Fucking wild.
Yeah. A lot of animals could adapt to their environment.
They theorize that like octopuses are, from the sea or no.
Oh, they are
from the sea, but like no, from outer space.
Oh, okay.
That they landed here on Earth through a fucking what's that movie, Prometheus?
Okay.
Prometheus. You know how like they sent that dude went down there and he like cut himself open and he fucking bled everywhere.
Yeah.
And then he got into like that's how they passed on the DNA for whatever. But they theorized that like in actual real Earth they sent a fucking meteorite with like coated in whatever fucking whatever it needed to stay intact through the atmosphere and then like smash into the Earth and then break open and spill the insides out.
With like the whole Bigfoot thing, I think I just think it's a species that we haven't really not gonna say discovered. I'm gonna say that it's an intelligent species where it wants to stay away from us.
Yeah.
You know?
I would say
the fucking forest is humongous, bro. Humongous, dude. Like there's very possible it's a fucking possibility those motherfuckers could hide very good. And if they die and they bury their own fucking dead, how the fuck are you gonna find that?
Yeah,
you know
they're gone. They just disappear
when Les Stroud did that Survivor Man, or he did that podcast with Rogan, and he explained his fucking What was it with Rogan, right?
Yeah,
where
Rogan.
he's I'll tell you if I have another Guinness. Remember that? When he explained that fucking experience, that he was right there in the middle of the mountains alone by himself, and all of a sudden he heard a bunch of big, like something big rustling around behind him, and then he heard those fucking ape sounds.
Yeah.
That's fucking scary, bro.
Like, what the fuck is that?
That is scary as fuck, dude.
Why would he make that up?
Yeah, there's no gorillas in the forest. Like, you know what I'm saying? In the jungle, yeah, but not in fucking the Canadian forest. You know, that shit's wild, dude. And but that's what I'm trying to say. Like, I think it's an intelligent species that doesn't want to be discovered. That wants to be left alone.
Yeah, and I wouldn't blame it because, like, okay, so check this out. Today or earlier this week, I saw a possum.
Okay, you never see those.
Well, I saw one like yeah, just fucking.
They're fucking like.
You don't see them?
Like here and there, but very rare. There was one at the yard.
Yeah, you see them around.
Yeah,
They're just fucking wildlife, just fucking like living their life and shit. But when you first see something that you don't know what the fuck it is, your first instinct is fear. It's just like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah.
Then you look at it
and you realize what it is.
You process whatever the fuck it is. Or, well, if you see something that you don't expect to see, right? Or like I'm just looking at it from the possum perspective. This possum lives his entire life just fucking chilling the fuck out, doing whatever the fuck it does, eating bugs or whatever. Like, I don't know what the fuck they do, but it's living its own life, yeah.
Right.
Then it comes across a fucking giant fucking person, because you like look at it from the perspective of like the possum. It's tiny, and you're fucking gigantic. You're fucking 10 times this thing's size.
That was like, oh fuck.
So you're a giant, right? Like, you are a god to this thing. Like, you can kill it, you can save it, you can, you know, if it's just being like just chilling, it's just gonna be chilling. But its first instinct is, holy shit, it's fucking enormous.
Yeah.
Like, look at that thing. That would be like if I'm looking at it from like the possum perspective.
Right.
I took a picture of this, and then like it was just chilling. It was just kind of just sitting there, and then it was following. I noticed it because it was like first I saw a cat.
Okay.
Like walking across like the fence, and then I was like, oh cool, cat. And then like I see another animal following behind it, and I'm like, I think that's a possum. And I look at it, I'm like, oh shit, it's a possum.
That's a big fucking ratatouille, bro. A big and fierce ratatouille. Ratatouille's nice, dog. He cooks for you. That other fool's gonna fuck you up, dog.
Yeah. They but yeah, it was just chilling there. So I took out my phone, I had my phone out there, and then I took a picture of it, and then it just kind of sat there, just kind of looked at me, and then I just took another picture of it, and then like put my phone down, and I was kind of looking at it, and it was looking at me, and then I don't know, I finished my work. I was out there working out, and then so I finished my workout, and it's just chilling there, and I'm like, all right, well, later. And I just told it like, all right, later.
Yeah.
Then it's just, so hopefully like
I had a workout with you.
yeah.
Yeah, no, that's
Hopefully that little possum, like next time somebody sees it, it's gonna be probably gonna be a bad experience because they're nocturnal. I saw it during the day and like it didn't really scare me. Like if I saw something like crawling across the thing, it would kind of like creep me out a little bit.
It did that when I seen it at the yard.
Oh yeah.
I had to double check. My what the fuck? And then I look and it was a big ass possum.
Damn. But this thing was like younger. It was like smaller, and so it was all like clean and stuff. Like his face was all white. Like it's all like
it wasn't all fucked up like Furtio and shit.
Like all those beat up cats, dude.
Man, dude. But yeah, man. So the fucking Mothman.
Yeah. Oh, dude, the fucking Mothman. So yeah, last time we talked last podcast we talked about the
Men in Black.
The Men in Black.
Right.
And you said let's roll it into Mothman.
Right.
I didn't know it really had a connection.
Oh yeah, they do.
They
were told that the Men in Black showed up and said, hey, if you've seen something flying around, shut the fuck up.
Like, what the fuck is that about?
We didn't see nothing.
Yeah. Like, so it's weird because this thing happened in kind of like an area.
Yeah.
UFO sightings, I've seen them, and then I've seen them here in Southern California,
Mm-hmm.
and then they say they happen a lot over there by the. I mean, it's no random occurrence. They're interested in us somehow, so they want to check us out, right?
Mm-hmm.
They're spotted in an area for who knows how long, maybe a couple. It could happen maybe. The Phoenix. Okay, let's take the Phoenix Lights incident. That one, it happened in the 90s.
Okay.
When the fuck was that? 96 or?
The Phoenix Lights, yeah.
So that happened in the 90s, and it happened in a span. Like the sighting lasted a while. It lasted like
a long time.
like
they were
two-
calling from all over the place.
from like 2-3 hours or
Yeah.
something. Because at first they saw it like up in Scottsdale, which is north of like Phoenix.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And then it went south to Phoenix, and then went over to that other fucking city that's over there in the middle of nowhere.
Okay.
Whatever, Tucson.
Okay.
Is that is that a name of a town?
So yeah,
A
Tucson,
city
and then
in-
there's Scottsdale.
Yeah. So they saw it in fucking 3 locations, and they saw it in Phoenix. At like, let's say like night. I can't remember what time of night it was. It was like somewhere in like 9 or 10 o'clock at night, and they saw it. Let's call it 9:30
Okay.
in Phoenix,
Okay.
and then they saw it at 9:32 in what's it called in Tucson.
Okay.
To travel that distance, it's
That fast.
that fast. It's fucking fast, because a jet airliner will take like, I don't know, 20 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't take two minutes to get there. There's no fucking shortcut in the sky. The sky is just even farther if you really think about it, because the closer you are to like the ground, I mean, the less distance you have to travel. So taking like a plane going up and over the sky, it just takes longer. Anyways, so it was seen in 2 spots within a close proximity of time, means that if it was the same object, it flew fucking fast, like
Right.
immediate fast,
Yeah.
like faster than any of our jets, like,
Right.
and it made no noise. It hovered in the air. It just fucking it came close to like some houses, right?
Right.
And then there's video of it like all over like YouTube, but that's like the big UFO sighting that happened like when I was younger, like there was I guess it's in recent memory or whatever. But yeah, there's this Mothman thing happened kind of like that, but it took like a year and a month, like the span of time. They started seeing it in November of 1966.
Okay.
And then the last time they reported a sighting was in like December of 1967. So from November 12th to I think it was December 15th.
Mm-hmm.
There was like sightings of this thing over 100 reported sightings
Fuck.
to either the police or to a newspaper. And this town is not very fucking big.
Mm-hmm.
There's like 4,000 people in this city. Point Pleasant, West Virginia, was the hot spot for the sightings of the Mothman.
They had a disaster there, no?
So that's one of the theories, is
Yeah.
that it was what's it called? It could almost like a what the fuck do they call it? Like a harbinger of
Kind of
like
like
bad events,
giving them like a warning, like, hey, something's about to happen.
Yeah, like it's like a foretelling or foreshadowing of something like bad to that's gonna happen.
Mm-hmm.
So they say that they saw this thing before a bridge collapse. In 1967, the bridge collapsed, and immediately after that, the sightings of this thing just vanished.
Well, yeah, he wasn't there anymore.
And they've seen it as recent as like 2020.
What?
Yeah,
What the fuck?
in
Where?
Chicago.
No shit.
They started having like sightings from 2011. They've started having 2011 or 2017.
Uh-huh.
But there's like, it spans like, it's somewhat recent, bro. Like they've seen this thing, and actually, we have somebody that it's not like a Mothman, because I don't know, he couldn't get into like the details, but he told us he saw something out in the desert that sort of resembles this thing.
Yeah.
Not entirely, but I'm gonna assume that because he described something different. He described this thing not flying, but kind of crouching.
Right.
Like most of the people that have seen it, that have said that they say most of the witnesses that I've researched, they say that it takes flight immediately, or they see it for a moment, it gets startled, and then it flies. He said that it stayed on the ground, and it was kind of just checking him out. It crouched down to see, like, maybe be on all four, what I'm assuming 4 limbs, right? So that's something that is not reported in this. Right. And I didn't ask him about anything about wings on the back. Yeah. Because this thing, the Mothman, is reported to have like wings on the back. Okay. Not like a bird where the arms would be the wings.
Right.
It has its own arms, legs.
Humanoid, just with wings.
Yeah, humanoid.
Right.
And then with wings on the back. And so I didn't ask him about that. I didn't want to, kind of guide his questions. I just wanted to hear what he had to say. Right. So we'll get him. Hopefully we can get this guy on the podcast soon. Yeah. And he can tell us what happened.
Yeah, he'll be down. We'll set up another mic.
So So what gets reported, it's just different things. It gets reported that it flies. Actually, the name Mothman, it's not really.
It's not like a giant fucking moth flying around.
It's not the accurate description of what this thing is. Right. It's not like the fuck. It's not when you hear Mothman, it's not that at all. Yeah. How they named it the Mothman was because it kind of looked more like a bat. Okay. They say that it was like leathery skin, but it had fur. Okay. And it had wings, kind of like a bat. Okay. Kind of like what you would picture, like a gargoyle. Okay. You remember the show Gargoyles?
Yeah. That's what I picture it as too. Something like that.
So it would have hair and claws, I'm guessing, talons of some kind. It sounds like a fucking mythological creature. But moth is not like that's. Forget about that fucking name.
It's not a fucking monster.
Because they named it after the Batman, because they wanted to call it. Originally, they wanted to call it Batman because they had the TV show, like, it was fucking in its full swing in the 60s, right? Right. With fucking Adam West and all that shit. Yeah. So they had what's it called? So a news reporter just said it was like, we can't call it like the Batman. Let's just call it the fucking Mothman. Like, just as a fucking throwaway joke. It wasn't even that funny but I guess like the name stuck. Okay. Because everyone fucking started reporting this shit. Yeah. They started seeing it in so the first sighting that I could find for this area. Okay. I mean, there's multiple areas. There's been sightings in Chicago, in the town where the Chernobyl nuclear disaster happened. They've had sightings of this thing in like I think Japan had some sightings when they had like their nuclear disaster. Okay. Back in whenever they just happened recently, right?
That's the one that happened with the tsunami, no?
Yeah, the tsunami hit. There was like a big earthquake, and it fucked up their plant or whatever. There was fires, and there's fucking multiple things exploded, and it was fucking horrible, right? Yeah. They said that there were sightings there. So there were sightings there, like at the time, so that's like, I guess, like one of the stories that goes against like the narrative of or like the perceived narrative that, or the story, or they try to how do we explain this shit? Like, that's one of the explanations that
it goes kind of like a warning of something bad to happen.
Yeah. So
every time you see it.
So they say that they saw this thing once the plant blew up, and there was like radiation and like spewing out of the whatever, and then there was like a chemical fire spewing like chemicals and radioactive like material into the air. They say that they saw the Mothman flying through that shit. Yeah. Like, what? Okay, and so why would a person during a disaster where people are fucking being affected and killed and shit, Why would he make that up?
Yeah.
That doesn't make any fucking sense.
Is that the one in Chernobyl, right? No, that's the Japan one.
That was Japan, but
Okay.
it was also seen before the Chernobyl disaster. It was seen where else? I think those are the ones that I kind of got through.
Okay.
But
Which one was the one where the Men in Black showed up and told them to shut the fuck up when they seen it?
yeah, there was people they got visited by the Men in Black. Fucking this lady, Mary Hire.
Yeah, that's the one.
Was a news reporter for the Athens Messenger, and she was just like the person. She was also like the person at the front desk. I think not the front desk. She was like the manager of the building too, or something. I don't know.
Okay.
But during the sightings, hold on. Yeah, during the sightings, she was reporting on this shit. She had like a little column called "Where the Waters Mingle." It's like, it sounds like pretty like, chill for like a small town like newspaper, like their little section and shit. It's called like "Where the Water Mingles" because like the town of Point Pleasant, it's up against like the Ohio River right there. So she started reporting on the sightings of the Mothman.
Yeah.
And she got visited by. She says that she got visited by the Men in Black.
Oh shit!
Multiple times at her office.
What the fuck? Just
Just
went to go
fucking-
harass her and shit.
Yeah, and it was almost like a daily occurrence
Wow. For how long?
for that the time that she was writing
month?
about it. I don't know. She was writing about it from, I think like one of some of the first accounts.
Okay.
Because she got like some information from like the sighting by 4 people.
Okay.
4 people say they saw this shit. And I think they did this is the lady that did the article on them. She also witnessed UFOs in the area. And John Keel's book, actually, most of it's about the UFO sightings.
Okay.
The articles sometimes would report like UFO sightings, the what's it called, the Mothman. Like it was a strange fucking time to be around in that area.
Yeah.
So John Keel, he wrote the book The Mothman Prophecies.
That turned into the movie.
Mm-hmm. But like the movie, I didn't read the book, which I mean I probably should have.
Mm-hmm.
I just fucking spent like a month doing research on this shit, but it was just hard with work and everything. But I mean, I did like a bunch of research. This is probably gonna get like 2 or 3 episodes because, I mean, I did a gang of research, bro.
I think you got a little too birthday high, bro.
Yeah,
It's all good though.
no, but like, yeah, we need this one can get rolled into like 2 or 3, right? And yeah, John Keel, they fucking like he dedicated his book to Mary Hire
Okay.
and the people of West Virginia. How fucking sick is that? Like,
Yeah.
he dedicated the whole book to them. But like it's an intense I'm assuming it's an intense book. I need to get fucking like reading on it because it sounds like it's got to be fucking good. The Men in Black are fucking all over it.
Yeah.
The first sighting in this area in West Virginia was actually in the city or in a town called Clendon, West Virginia.
Okay.
It happened on the night of November 12th when this guy Kenneth Duncan were it was in a mournful situation. They had to dig a grave for Duncan's recently deceased brother-in-law.
Okay.
How he died, that's a mystery. So I mean, I didn't get into like any of that. Maybe they're like trying to hide his body. I'm not really sure. Like there was little detail on like what they were really digging a grave for in the middle of the night. Okay, so he sees it up in a tree. This fucking tall ass thing.
Okay.
Just standing up in a branch. I'm guessing, right?
Right.
And I think they're using like lamps or some shit to be out there digging.
Right.
There's enough light that he can see that it's like brown or like a dark color.
Okay.
Not exactly like black, but I'm guessing just like maybe the him being in the dark with like the lamps or something. It's just like a dark color.
Okay.
But he
kind of like a silhouette, like a shadow.
like a shadow, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And but he says that it's like brown.
Oh shit.
So maybe there's like that color to it.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, it's just supposed to be like kind of like a dark. So I would guess like on the darker side of brown. So it flies down and goes right above their head.
Oh shit.
He's the only one at the moment that like he spots it. He doesn't say anything because he's just like, what the fuck is that, you know? And once it flies down, he's the only one who fucking like reacts because he's the only one like
fucking
that's
chamuco
seeing
and
it.
shit and trying to take you.
Yeah. So he fucking panics, bro.
Yeah.
Like he fucking freaks the fuck out.
Because when you were little and something, let's say something like that happens to you.
Yeah.
Because we're Mexican, we didn't know about the Mothman back in the day.
No.
That shit would have came at you. What would your parents say? Oh, el pinche diablo te está.
El chamuco.
El chamuco's trying to take you.
La
and
mano
shit.
peluda.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Imagine these guys are like, what the fuck is that?
It's wild, bro. Like,
I'd be fucking terrified.
so after it flies up and over their head, he's panicking as fuck.
Did he say they had glowing red eyes? Like the other...
I didn't see that.
Okay.
That this guy said that.
Mm-hmm.
But the other people,
The other people, yeah.
the other people do say that.
Yeah.
They say that there's people that say that they've seen them with red eyes, yellow eyes, green eyes,
Mm-hmm.
just different colors. Different color of eyes. If it is that light refraction that's from like, because there's an explanation that it might be an owl.
Cats do that shit.
Cats, dogs. I mean, like there's like that light refraction where it reflects off the eyes just in a certain way, and it reflects
red?
the back. It's something about like it reflects like the back of the eye or some shit.
Okay.
I'm not even sure what the fuck it is.
Okay.
The people that say that this is just like a fucking easy explanation say that that's what it is. It's a fucking owl or maybe like some crane. And that are native to the area. I'm not saying they're not. Like it's an impossible fucking solution to this mystery, but they it's not what they see.
Mm-hmm.
These people live in kind of like a rural area.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like we live in the city, sort of. Like this here is they consider it a city, but it's kind of like a town. It's like a big town, you know.
Yeah.
It's not like a city. A city where I would say like, oh, we're like 5 minutes from the freeway.
Yeah.
From in any direction at any given time, you know. That's a city.
Mm-hmm.
These people are out like hunting and shit. They're out like they're woodsmen. Like a lot of them, like around here, nobody gets really excited about hunting season.
Or burying their dead brother-in-law.
Or burying their dead brother-in-law. Over here, you just fucking shoot them in the fucking 7-Eleven and shit. And
Fuck. That's wild.
the homie's just laid out right there. But but yeah, these people are out in the woods and shit.
Yeah.
They know what the fuck these animals are
Yeah.
that are out there. If it's an owl, they'll probably see one. I mean, you've seen owls.
Yeah.
We don't live in a fucking rural area. Not as rural as...
And you rarely see them, but when you do see them, you know it's an owl.
You know what the fuck it is. You don't get freaked out and say that it's a 9-foot tall fucking person with wings on its back.
Unless that fool ate a gang of hongos and shit, but I doubt it.
No.
You know?
Okay, so this guy was like probably like in a panic state of mind, or I mean, who knows what kind of like thing, like why they were like digging the grave for this dude's brother-in-law in the middle of the night. I'm not really sure. I didn't even get the information that if it was at a cemetery or not. I should have looked into that, but I'm just assuming, I guess, right?
Burying that fool in his fucking backyard and shit.
Just out in the woods. Fuck. But the other dudes, they didn't see it. Like the people that he was with, because there was like 5 of them.
So nobody saw it besides him?
Besides him, because he was the only one who was paying attention to it. He looked at it and he's like, what the fuck is that? And when it flew down, he panicked and nobody else did, because everyone was just like, what are you, like he didn't mention it to anybody.
Okay.
So he panics. He's fucking freaking the fuck out. He can't, you know, he's like getting the fuck out of there and like trying to get the fuck out of there, trying to find like cover or some shit. Because like this thing, he says that this thing is like flying around through the trees and shit.
Shit.
And
nobody saw it besides him?
Besides him.
What the fuck?
It's a little strange, but
maybe he did eat hongos, fool.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe.
He said, oh, fuck. That's fucking wild, dude.
Yeah. And so, next sighting is... Okay, so that one was...
You want to take a piss break before we get into the next one?
Yeah, okay.
All right, let's roll it on through.
All right.
Is there
My piss break is over,
Yeah.
dude.
What up, man?
That fucking video we just watched was wild, dude.
That Bigfoot one?
With Coyote Peterson.
Yeah. That's just fucking.
Fool, that shit had a bullet hole in the side of the skull.
But the quote that he said in there is fucking. Like, I wish I wrote it down. I don't think we can't play his video. But check out.
We'll just put the link. That way you can check it out for yourself. Yeah. But that's just pretty wild.
It's wild, bro. Who knows what the fuck that thing is? If it's real, fuck.
That's not.
They just discovered
that's not no bear
Bigfoot.
skull, bro. That's a primate skull, like a primate.
Yeah.
There's no way that's a fucking bear skull. You know. But anyways, cheers. Thank you for my.
So hopefully that's the discovery of Bigfoot. Hopefully.
Thank you for my Dr. Pepper.
Yeah, dog.
Cream soda, 0 sugar. Nice. Let's see what's
and I got a kombucha. This is fucking. I found this kombucha over at Winco.
Ooh, this is fucking good, dude.
Yeah, it's fucking.
I'm gonna buy this shit when I go to the store. Wow. Zero everything. Sick.
It's good for you. Eat the garbage.
That's actually
Eat
good.
The chemicals.
That's actually good for you, right there.
And this
kombucha.
one's like a spicy one. Have you ever had like a kombucha that's spicy, or like those ginger shots?
Yeah.
It's like that.
Oh shit, nice.
So like it's not as intense as those, but like it's kind of up there too. So these are pretty good.
Okay, so the Mothman. We've described them as a being that is seen before a disaster is about to happen. Kind of forewarning.
Yeah.
A natural disaster, something big or whatever, you know. There's a lot of sightings. One of them one lady reporting on that got visited and harassed by the men in black. And now these dudes were digging a grave.
Yeah.
And some fool seen them hopping around the trees. That's fucking el chamuco.
Yeah, and the thing is that this happened like within a particular part, like from this date to this date. What do you call that? It's just during this period of time, right?
Okay.
That there was encountered, but it was encountered like 3 in 4 nights.
Fuck.
It was seen like right in that area, like in that same area,
right?
Point Pleasant.
Yeah.
It was seen by those dudes, and then hold on. So that was on November 12th.
Okay.
The 14th, which is 2 nights later.
Yeah.
This guy Merle Partridge.
Okay.
He saw it at his house. He was at his house. Yeah.
Like flying around or
no. Well,
or perched on a tree or something.
It was a weird fucking encounter. So another thing that gets reported is that electrical devices stop working correctly. They start malfunctioning, right?
So you would say he's like interdimensional or something, or
whatever happens around him, it causes our electronics to not work properly. Whatever the fuck, however it does,
that's like a weird type of energy or something.
Whatever the fuck it does, dude. Because I'm saying like these creatures, these cryptids, they exist on a different
that's what I'm
frequency almost, you know.
Kind of like the Skinwalker episode where they will see the blue orbs and everything will get fucking terrified.
Yeah, it would create fear. So maybe that's part of it. I mean, that's a type of thing
it distorts fucking electronic devices or whatever.
So, okay, the way that I'm thinking about it is that so it can exist on this, like our sense of reality, for it to be able to exist here, it causes other things. Like there's malfunctions of the radio. There's So he was watching TV. He was just fucking chilling out watching TV, and his TV started making like this loud whining noise, like a really high pitched,
like an old school siren, like wee.
I guess so.
Some bullshit. Just
But
like making fucking sounds and shit.
He said it was winding up like a generator and broke off like a music scale, and then it like would repeat. It would repeat itself.
So when that happened, he went outside to see what the fuck or what.
His dog was reacting to like whatever the fuck was going on. The dog kind of alerts that there's something outside.
Okay.
Like starts barking. First he starts like weirding out about the TV, and then the dog senses something outside.
Okay.
Because I mean, you know how dogs, they have like a better sense of everything than us.
Yeah.
So they fucking.
Well, when we saw the UFO in my backyard, all the dogs started freaking out. All of them. Yeah. And it wasn't just mine. It was all the neighbors. And our dogs too. And we had George at that time.
Yeah.
And George was a big motherfucker back then. Well, he was a puppy, but ya estaba grande el güey.
Yeah.
That was like, whoa.
Yeah, being all tough.
Yeah. So I know what you mean by that.
So this dude had this German Shepherd. He said it was $350. I'm not sure like why that's part of the story. I think that's what he paid for it. You know what? I think that's what he paid for it because it was like a purebred or something.
Okay.
I'm guessing it's $350. Like for $350 at the time, I don't know.
That's a lot of money at that
translation.
time, bro. A lot of money.
Probably like $1,000 or so, right?
Yeah, that's a lot of money at that time.
So the dog was like freaking the fuck out, alerting him that there's something outside. Like he's probably thinking there's like an intruder about to come in or something. Like what? This is what he rationalizes in his mind.
His dog didn't get vaporized like the Skinwalker story.
Well, hang on, cause
oh man, why did I have to say that shit?
Yeah.
Oh fuck. Okay, so what happened?
There's a sad ending to this story.
Oh man, R.I.P. puppy.
So he grabbed, and his dog's name was Bandit.
Damn it, that's a sick ass name too.
Yeah, for a German Shepherd.
Yeah,
like, probably,
that is pretty dope.
I don't know what kind of car he drove, but I'm pretty sure he maybe he knew he'd have to like Smokey and the Bandit. I'm not sure.
I think that was after, no?
Probably. Well, it was in '66. What
fucking love Smokey and the Bandit, dog.
When was that shit around?
I think it was 70s? in the 70s, yeah.
Never mind.
Bandit, that's fucking dope. Okay, so what happened, dude?
So he grabs a flashlight and he shines it outside. Like, he starts to investigate what the fuck is outside, right?
It just clicked in my head. I remember the story.
Yeah. And so he grabs his flashlight and there's nothing in his area, like where he's at, like his house. Nothing around the front, nothing like where the dog was kind of alerting.
Okay.
He starts flashing the flashlight around.
Okay.
And he spots something out in the fucking field. When he shines his eyes at or when he shines the flashlight at this creature, the creature turns and looks at him.
Fuck.
Like, oh, like I didn't notice him before. So it looks at him. And he can see, he describes it as kind of like reflectors. Okay. Like from a car light or a tail light, I mean. Like that little thing in the spokes of a bicycle. It's a reflector. He says that it kind of looked like that, but red. Yeah. And he was fucking, he's like, what the fuck is that? Because he assumed that it was as tall as a person. Because that's just as best as references he can get. It wasn't an owl standing out in the field looking like a hold on. He said it was like man-sized. So it wasn't a fucking owl. I'm like, if I've seen an owl before and I'm like, oh, these things are like, you know, big. They're like the size of a dog almost, like, you know, as tall as a dog. But it's not a man-sized thing. What they're seeing, it's not the size of an owl. An owl's like smaller. Like as tall as a dog is, that's about as tall as, you know, you can assume owls are gonna be. Right. Not like the length of it and everything, but like just as tall, you know, from the head to the front of the feet. Okay. So like you're not gonna mistake an owl for a person. He says that he saw like a person out there, a man-sized figure. Yeah. With these fucking glowing eyes.
Oh fuck.
So people like they do that fucking, you know, that light trick that I was talking about earlier. People's eyes do that, but not like an animal's. Animals have like, I guess, more different eyes structure, or they're bigger or whatever the fuck. I don't know whatever the fuck happens in animals' eyes. Yeah. And but like the reflection that's caused off of their eyes are obviously bigger, but it's not a size of a person either. No. So that cancels out like the theory that these sightings were an owl. Yeah. So he's too fucking scared to go outside because he's like, what the fuck is that? He's like, how the fuck is it? How is a creature that big with eyes of that type?
If you got a dog named Bandit, I'm pretty sure you got a Mini 14 stashed somewhere, bro.
Mini 14,
something, dude.
Yeah, he's probably got like a cool.
I would have pulled out my cool gun, bro. But like, what the fuck is that, dog? Like, who's trying to get shot?
That'd be dope. But he's too scared to go outside and find out whatever the fuck it is. Yeah. But his dog isn't. So his dog goes outside and fucking like chases after it.
I remember that. I forgot. I don't even know why I fucking poor dog, dude. That sucked.
And his dog's never seen again.
Yeah. That fool got eaten, dog. He fucking took him for a flight, bro.
Yeah. So I don't know what happened to his dog, and I'm assuming.
I think I heard somewhere that he did get taken away. The dog.
Well, like the
Yeah, like-
dog's just never seen again. It's just he loses. It's gone.
And didn't he report that to the police?
Yeah.
I believe I heard something that. And
Yeah,
he was, hey, my fucking dog.
In his report, he wrote it that it was $350. Like he was mad about the money too. He was just like, my
Damn.
fucking dog, like my homie, is just fucking gone.
And then I lost
and I'm out $350. It's not
Fuck.
$350 now. Like let's say like what's that?
Back in the day, it's probably like what, $1,200, $1,500.
Something like that. Whatever a dog costs now. You know.
Back in the
Like
day,
a purebred.
fucking. Back in the day when America was America,
we had a proper country.
you could order a fucking Mini 14 off the Sears catalog or an AK-47 for like $100.
Yeah,
Cheap as shit, dog. Like,
Yeah.
and they'll send it right to your house.
that's dope.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm pretty sure he was like $350. That's a lot, fool.
Yeah.
You know, well, at
300
least back in the day.
I think I'm assuming like we should probably do like the translation or whatever.
Hold on, let me see. Let me look that up real quick. Fuck. Wait, what? No. Hold on.
How much? 38 grand.
What? Nah, dick.
How much?
Right here it says $3,200.
3,200.
Yeah. And
Yeah, he was pissed as fuck,
fuck
dude.
yeah, it says a $2,850 difference. Inflation by 114%.
I'm guessing he had all the papers and everything. I think
$3,200. Well, see, that's kind of reasonable, bro. Cause look, nowadays you get a little fucking Frenchie, a fucking legit papered out fucking top of the line genetics. You're talking 10 grand easily.
For real?
Yeah, fool, those shits are a lot of money. English bulldogs, olvídate, way. You get a good one.
So even for inflation,
10, 15
dogs are way
grand.
more expensive. Wow. Mm-hmm. Well, what's a German Shepherd cost right now? Do you know?
Like about 1,000, I believe. Like for that's just I'm just fucking from what I've heard people have paid for them. You know, for a pheno one, you know, because I know
There's different grades of dogs, right?
like the
there's-
Cane Corsos, like George.
Yeah.
Like you get a nice one, it's easy $3,000 for.
Damn.
You know?
All right. I can see it now.
Yeah,
man.
but that's still a lot of money back in the day.
Yeah, for him to put like $350
If,
together.
imagine like I paid
3
all
grand,
when let's say I
32.
paid all that money for George, fool.
3,200.
This fool gets abducted.
Gone, bro.
Fuck you, fool just comes, scoops him, takes him. Hey, dick, bring back my fucking dog.
You fucking mad.
Cause I started $200, asshole.
And that's my homie. I'll be mad as shit, dude.
Fuck yeah, dude.
We're supposed to run in the morning. Let's go. What the fuck?
Man, imagine they fucking fly back, fool, and they leave you $3,200 in pennies and shit.
Just
Fucking how big will be like
mad as fuck.
Like 4 fucking buckets full of pennies and shit. Fuck.
That'd be fucked up.
Damn, that's wild. So fucking Mothman, dude.
If they give it to me in gold bars, I'd be all right.
Oh fuck yeah, I would too. Shit. Like, hey, you want another one, fool? Hold on, I will get you another one. That's fucked up, fool.
If they don't know like the right translation, they
Oh,
just offer
my
you like a
God.
gang of gold or some shit. Be like, all right, we
Wow.
can figure something out.
Damn. So yeah, that's a lot of money back in the day.
But yeah, and then the next, okay, so the next sighting happens on November 15th, the night after that.
Okay.
The night after the dog goes missing, what the fuck are the names? Steve and Mary Mellett, they were married at the time. They were like in their teens. They were like 19 or 18 or 19 when people used to fucking do that, I guess, you know? Roger and Linda Scarberry were with them. So there was 4 people involved. And they're riding around in Roger Scarberry's 57 Chevy.
Okay.
And they were out like fucking like drag racing and just fucking peeling out and just being assholes like that out in this area. And this place used to be where they would build like bombs and TNT and like just chemicals and shit like that for the war. Because back in like the 1920s or excuse me this was for World War II, like in
Okay.
the 30s 40s, shit like that. The government allocated 8,000 acres of wooded area in the area near Point Pleasant
Okay.
to manufacture and store explosives for the war effort. So I'm guessing like bombs and shit,
Yeah.
right?
Right.
And the government built like these igloos into the ground to try and to store them. So in case there's something like it explodes or there's like a fucking like catastrophic failure of some kind, like something catches fire and it fucking blows up, it's kind of contained into the ground.
Okay.
So they kind of call them like igloos because they're just like a big round mound. And I watched like the videos of these things, and it's like just a big empty room. Or now some of it still have like explosives there today, but it's all like corded off and like in some areas it's inaccessible by regular people and shit. So later on, and that was when that was like active or when it was like in operation, it was called the Ordnance Works Munitions Plant. So I mean, and then like later on they changed it into the TNT area, but now it got taken over by now it's a kind of like a wildlife refuge. It's called the McClintic Wildlife Management Area.
Okay.
It's just places where you can go fish. There's like ponds and shit. There's even a shooting range. You can go camping. It's a fucking dope little fucking spot.
Talk about shooting, dude. We need to go shooting, bro.
Yeah, we do.
I've been fucking itching to go, bro. You know, we haven't gone fucking.
But I heard like ammo prices are crazy, no?
Yeah.
Because if I'm gonna shoot something, I want to go like.
We're gonna have to buy some cheap
some
fucking Target rounds, bro.
I don't want to get into like what I have reserved.
Because I got good hollow points too, and I don't want to fucking. Yeah. I got like police ones, like I don't want to fucking just shoot those a lo pendejo. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, those are expensive. I remember back in the day, I paid like $50 for 20.
Yeah, andale,
Yeah, for these like hollow points for a 45.
Yeah. The what was it? The sabers back in the day? The golden sabers?
Yeah, something. I can't remember.
Fool, you get shot by one of those, you're done, dog.
I looked at like I just fucking gun nerd shit, right? Like,
yeah.
You just get into like all the ballistics and all that. What does it do to a fucking ballistic gel?
Fool, you're getting hit with the canica and shit, dog.
Yeah.
Somebody's hitting you with the high speed marble, dog.
Yeah. But then like I started seeing like the point of having more like, okay, so my theory back in the day was like, oh, just hit it. All you got to do is shoot him one time. And I'm like, yeah, but what if he's got more than one fucking friend, you know?
That, or he's fucking high on PCP, you don't feel it. I've seen videos when fools, a whole mag unloaded on them, and they're still fucking going.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden they just collapse.
Yeah. So like when you're dealing with, when you're in a situation like that, obviously you just want to have just more, firepower, I guess, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Just more than you need to.
But we definitely gotta go shooting again, dude.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
So this fucking place has it's a whole wildlife resort. It has a fucking camping area, shooting range, and all that shit.
It's got like 29 ponds to go fishing to. Like,
fuck!
It's fucking huge, bro. Like this area is like 8,000 acres of this wooded area.
That's another thing I need to do, bro. I need to get my fucking ass out like in the forest and start fishing like lakes and shit like that, dude.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm gonna make a fucking effort this fucking fall that I'm gonna get myself out there and start doing more outdoorsy shit.
Dude, outdoors is awesome because you're out in nature and shit. There's like bugs everywhere.
Yeah.
But like, it's fucking dope just being out in the middle of nowhere, just enjoying silence. But it's not quiet out there. There's the wind. You can fucking hear the birds and maybe like wildlife kind of rustling around and shit. It's dope. Like going out in nature is awesome.
We gotta do that shit, dude. So I'm assuming they seen one of those Mothmans in one of those ponds. Well, not close to a pond, but in one of those areas.
Well, funny enough, like they see this thing kind of around water.
Okay.
It's been seen like there, obviously, because we're talking about it, and then they seen it somewhere in Chicago by their river. Okay. They seen it out there when they were like those new sightings that I was telling you about. They seen it up there, and they see this thing around water. Okay. So it's just like something else to just more information that like it kind of follows the next story. It's just like, why is it that this happens around this creature, and there's electronics that fail, it's near water, it's fucking this, that, and the other, like it all kind of, the eyes, the way that they describe it. In other places, like in Chernobyl, they call it like the blackbird or the blackbird of Chernobyl or some shit.
Yeah.
So they call it different things because the other things like reminded of it or whatever.
Okay, so let me pause you right there. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah.
That Chernobyl incident. Before that shit happened, they kept seeing that fucking thing flying around.
Yeah.
I heard I don't know where the fuck exactly. I don't know if I'm wrong or whatever, but that when they were working there, after they seen that shit, and everybody was talking about it. Government agents in Russia, what was it? Russian agents or they went there and they told them to shut the fuck up. Like their type of their fucking sort of Men in Black.
Yeah.
Told everybody to shut the fuck up. Like you didn't see nothing and blah 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 blah. And then the disaster happens.
Yeah. So yeah, that happened there. There was people that would experience horrific nightmares, threatening phone calls, and then they started.
You didn't see nothing, dick.
And then people telling them to shut the fuck up.
Yeah,
basically like the Men in Black again. So this phenomena is like it sounds very familiar to what they've seen over here in Point Pleasant.
Right.
It's very similar, and it's so fucking strange. Like what like why is it that before a disaster happens, this thing shows up? Is it like an omen? Like people, that's what people say. People say it's like an omen to bad things to happen, and it's fucking terrifying.
Would you be more terrified of seeing the actual thing, like the actual Mothman, or would you be more terrified that something's about to happen, and you don't know what the fuck it is?
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, probably that.
You know, I mean, those two disasters, when that bridge collapsed and then the fucking meltdown of that power plant, fool, that fucking area, it's inhabitable. Like,
Inhabited?
No, you can't. You can't.
Inhospitable?
Fucking inhabitable.
Uninhabitable?
I'm fucking.
You're all hungover.
My bad. But yeah, dude, there's you can't fucking live there for.
Yeah, it's not habitable.
Bro, a long ass time, dog.
Yeah.
It's still fucked right now, dude. They're finding fucking creatures who are coming out with like 3 heads.
Fucked up and shit. Just
that's a pretty fucked up fucking. That's a pretty fucked up disaster, bro.
Yeah. And
then we're over here bombing the fuck out of the desert to try out a fucking nuclear weapons and shit, making that shit all fucked up too.
Yeah.
That's wild, dude. But
Oh yeah, so back to West Virginia. Merle Partridge.
Yeah, sorry for taking a left turn.
No, we'll fucking. This is good. This is really good. Okay, so the sighting by the Millette and Scarberries.
Okay.
They were out like like I was saying, they were out drag racing and shit, right? So they decided to stop. I'm assuming somebody had to take a piss or something, right? So they stopped by like one of the plants. Like they're out there in this TNT area, but they stop at one of the plants. It's got like no like real like equipment left over there, no machinery, no. But
this is an abandoned warehouse
the shit that they didn't really need or they just couldn't find use for. They just kind of left.
Yeah.
So there was like boilers inside of here. There was like, water towers. There was just caught on 4K.
Sorry, bro.
It's all good.
Got these fools all laid out on the couch. That's a good picture for the Instagram.
Yeah.
So they were chilling right there at the warehouse.
They were chilling. They were right there. I guess I'm assuming they had to take a piss or something, right? Okay. So they Mary and Linda, they spot the thing near the front doors of the building. So they freaked the fuck out. And they said that this thing did not appear to be human. Like when they first saw it, they saw they didn't have arms or a head, so it was either like in a arms
like in a cocoon type of fucking, not a cocoon, but like in a stance.
Like
a cocoon stance when he's kind of like that,
maybe hugging himself, or the arms were like close to its sides or something.
Okay,
but they didn't see like an arms. They just saw like it's the legs and. It had like a big fucking something on its back. Okay. Which turned out to be the folded wings. Okay. And glowing red eyes. Like it looked at them, or they noticed that it was looking at them. It turns and looks at them. They freak the fuck out. Well, they see it first, like, kind of moving along. But no, not moving along, but they describe it as shuffling. Like over to the front, like to the front door of the factory. Yeah. So it looks back at them, and they were just kind of checking it out, just kind of like, what the fuck is that? they get fucking terrified because like this just doesn't make any fucking sense. It's like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah.
It's as tall as a person. They say it's as tall as a person, but they don't think it was human because it was, I guess, weird proportions. It wasn't just shaped like a person. You know what a person looks like. Everyone knows what a person looks like, but it didn't look like that. They were kind of mesmerized by this thing. They were just kind of scared, probably like trying to figure out what the fuck it is, and so they fucking freak out. Everyone starts like screaming, and this thing starts. So everyone starts screaming, and they hop back in the car, and
bone out.
Yeah, they take the fuck off.
Hearing a little Honda Civic.
No, he had a Chevy back in the day. This one had a 57 Chevy.
Like a little delinquente car and shit.
Yeah, there were. I guess he was just being out being a dickhead, but it wasn't like that old. I'm sure he had like a V8 in it or something.
Oh yeah.
Man, I gotta take a piss. Can we take a piss real quick?
Yeah, go for it, man.
All right, be right back.
Que voy vagando por el mundo. Uy, 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 uy. I fucking love that song, bro.
Now it's gonna get stuck in my head. Like
All right, so we're back. I'm gonna wrap it up.
Yeah. Well, we'll wrap it up for now because like there's a bunch of fucking evidence on this shit.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Simon.
So yeah, they're fucking terrified, and so they take off, and they're heading back to Highway 62.
Okay.
In the middle of the road, they see
Highway 62. I'm just fucking thinking that's the highway. I think that's the one that takes you to Porterville. When you go on the 99. That's trucker shit.
Yeah, but not. I think it's a different 62.
Yeah.
But anyways, they see this thing in the middle of the road, next to a dead dog.
Okay.
And some people theorize.
Oh, that is the fucking bandit.
That is fucking bandit.
Fuck.
The dude from like the night before. Because
I hope that fool enjoyed his $3,200 fucking meal, motherfucker.
Wow.
Fucked up.
It's an expensive fucking meal, bro. Like,
yeah.
Damn. Okay. But they see a dead dog in the middle of the road, and they saw the creature standing next to it.
Okay.
It unfolds its wings, and they say it's like 10 feet, like 10 foot wingspan.
Uh-huh.
And it flies like nothing that they can really explain.
Okay.
Or there's no reasonable explanation of how it flies, because they say that it crouches and then just jumps into the air and it flies.
Oh shit. Okay.
So it sounds fucking unreal. The way that this
So like it crouches, it jumps, and it takes off into
flight. It just starts flying.
Oh, sick.
For something to fly, it doesn't like need to like get to gliding first.
People have said too that they hear like when they would see a sighting like that and they see him flying around, like he'll make like a squeaking sound, almost like a mouse.
So it's interesting that you say that, because there's different people that say they try to explain the sound differently.
Okay.
So they say that here they say that it sounds like a high pitched squeal.
Yeah.
Squeak. Kind of like how a mouse would
Fool,
make.
just imagine this shit. Imagine a big ass buff fucking thing flying around, and the fucking voice is a little mouse squeak.
I mean, it is what but they say it's a lot fucking louder.
Okay.
And other people describe it like, you know how like
Like he's not on roids and shit. You're fucking running around and shit.
yeah, man, that'd be fucking intense too. But like, well, this is what makes it fucking like even more believable, because if you were to make it up, wouldn't you say that it's like a big roar, like a fucking
Yeah, that's what
lion
I'm
or some
saying.
shit?
Mm-hmm.
So it makes it more believable that it's so fucking, the sound that it makes is so fucking strange
Yeah.
that like, why would they make up this weird detail? Mm-hmm. And then other people say other things too, because in Chicago, some guy described it as, you know how like when a truck has like bad brakes, they start to squeak
Yeah.
and like squeal and like make that like high pitched fucking like that grinding sound.
Yeah.
They say that it sounds like that. Like also,
Shit.
like they've also described it as
That
sounding
was the
like
most
that.
embarrassing shit ever, dog. I remember one time my front brakes got glazed over.
Yeah.
And every time I'd go in the rail yard, there would be everybody right there. Because when you have your own truck, your owner operator, you know if somebody's got his shit tip top, you know he's making it.
Mm-hmm.
And if somebody got his shit tip top, you know they're struggling.
Yeah.
I would roll up. I'm like, fuck. I really
Oh,
need
it's
to
man.
fix-
Oh, fucking Davalos is here.
Shout out to RMZ Fleet Service. Thank you, homie, for hooking up my brakes.
Damn.
Yeah, dude. No, I know exactly what you mean, though.
So they say that it sounds like that.
Yeah.
Other people say it sounds like a record playing like high pitched.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, kind of like a squeaking,
Yeah.
like you're scratching it.
So it's a weird fucking detail that everyone's reporting.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Is like the funniest thing. Like they describe it as, okay. The way I've seen pictures too is this big buff fucking thing, glowing red eyes, flying around,
Yeah.
and it's squeaking like a mouse.
Yeah. Well, not squeaking like a mouse, not like weep,
Yeah.
not like that. It's fucking like I can't make the
I
fucking
can't-
noise. But
I kind of like the
Maybe-
movie Ratatouille.
maybe we can look it up on YouTube. Do you think we can?
Well, maybe I don't know. Like on Ratatouille, where that old lady in the house sees him, and like they were talking to each other, and they're just like fucking squeaking at each other, fucking mouses and shit. That shit's fucking hilarious, dude. What are you looking up?
The sound effects.
Oh.
Screaming.
Oh yeah, screaming.
Nah, this is only an explanation of how to fix it.
Yeah.
I don't know, whatever. But so they take off in their car, and they for sure are fucking like doing over 100 miles an hour, because this dude was
Fuck.
out there like drag racing and shit, and he kind of was like looking at his like dash and shit.
Yeah.
Like that's what car guys do. I mean, you want to know kind of how fast you're going,
Yeah.
so you can anticipate the turn and all this. But so the car was going over 100 miles an hour.
Yeah.
And this thing was flying after them without like really flapping its wings. It was kind of
Yeah.
just gliding.
Okay.
It didn't make any sense like how it was flying, because if something is gliding, it has to, I guess, have enough air or whatever. But this thing is probably pretty fucking heavy for how fast it's going and how big the wings are, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know how the fuck it makes sense that this thing like just flies like that.
Yeah.
It flies like just fucking magic.
Shit.
The-
That fool's got fucking jet boosters, dog.
Probably.
Or he's got the reactor from the UFOs, dog. No sound.
Just some fucking element 115 and shit. Use that shit like Cheerios and shit.
Shit.
But once they get to the more so the TNT area,
Yeah.
like it's kind of like away from town a little bit.
Yeah.
But once they get closer to town, this thing like stops following them, because I'm guessing there's more people around. They find more lights and shit, like street
Okay.
lights and shit. And this thing stops following them. But
Okay.
they see it the entire time that they're driving away.
Right.
And then so this thing disappears, and so they stop off at this place called Dairyland while they think about like what to do next.
Okay.
This is where they find like scratch marks on the roof of his car. So they stop by this place called Dairyland. I'm saying like they describe it as local because like I've never seen a Dairyland. I don't even know if that business is still around. Maybe it was out here too, but I have no fucking idea. But they stop by like their Dairyland. I doubt that it was open. It was like later at night. But that's where they found like scratch marks on the roof of their car, because this thing was fucking like following them, and I guess close enough that it scratched like the roof of their car.
Oh fuck.
Linda Scarberry wanted to report the encounter to the local police, but she was kind of afraid that like she wasn't gonna take it serious.
Yeah, and something like that. But I mean, dude, when you got scratch marks on your fucking car like that, they're gonna say, oh, it was a bear
or a tree branch.
Yeah,
That was from earlier, from way before. Who like you can't really like.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
So
and then you ain't trying to get visited either, bro.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure they weren't aware of that shit back in the day, but you know what I'm saying?
And so they tried to verify what they just fucking saw.
Yeah.
They get back in the car and they take off from the parking lot of the Dairyland, and they go back to where they saw it originally.
Okay.
When they get up to where like the dog was, like they kind of remember when they were coming back through. When they get back to where like the dog used to be, it's not there no more. So it's just fucking gone. So
I forgot, man. He ate him, bro.
Yeah. So, and then they get back to where like the factory's at.
Yeah.
And they fucking see the thing again.
Yeah.
They see it again. They're like, oh, we're not fucking crazy. This is really real. The thing is out there in the fuck. Now it's not by like the factory.
It was in the middle of a field, no?
Yeah, it moved over to next to the plant.
Yeah.
There was like a field, a big open field, and this thing is standing out there. They freak out again, and they get the fuck out of there.
Yeah.
Now it's not chasing them. They park once they get back into town. They park behind Tiny's Diner. And then they collect it, and then they decide right there. They decided to talk to the police. They're like, "All right, so
we need to go fucking.
We need to fucking like fess up to this shit or report it or whatever the fuck, because this was way fucking strange. We've seen it. They kind of verified it. Mm-hmm. They went back and saw it again. Like this really happened to them. So they go to the Mason County Courthouse.
Yeah.
That's the place where it's open, and they have a police officer there on staff called by the name of Deputy Millard Halstead.
Okay.
And he sees the kids fucking terrified. And the fuck is vibrating?
It's Lily. She's snoring.
Oh. Okay.
Fucking Lily, bro.
I was like, my phone's going off.
Oh, and by the way, this is the last time we're gonna record in my garage in our brewery studio. Dude, it's too hot, bro. We can't do this shit.
We need to be in the AC.
Yeah.
this shit
so
sucks in here.
we should be setting something up pretty soon. We'll take pictures of that and post it up on the Instagram.
Yeah.
But
we'll have like a dedicated space. We'll be over at my spot. So
anyway, back to that. So he sees that the kids are terrified.
Yeah.
So he takes it serious and he sends a squad car out there.
Well, he goes with them.
Okay.
Like there's not all kinds of cops like available, and then plus he doesn't want to put like big resources. Mm-hmm. He's like the guy in charge. He was like the guy.
The local sheriff in town.
Yeah. Well, he was like a deputy. I'm not sure what part of like the police department or I don't know, whatever the fuck. But it was like the county courthouse. So he was probably like a sheriff of some type, you know, because it was like a county matter. So he sees that they're. So he takes them fucking serious. And he takes them he starts to question them. He puts them in different rooms and asks them, you know, what happened, you know? Mm-hmm. So they all write out a fucking statement, whatever happened. And the exact story that I just told is what they wrote down in their, in those reports, each individually, you know? So, and there was they kind of like cross-checked them back and forth and asked them different, like, trying to get them to see if like where there's like a slip up, maybe they're high on drugs. Like it's the fucking 60s, you know. Yeah. Fucking kids out in the middle of the night, and then they freak out or whatever. This is what this guy's thinking, but he's convinced. Now he's fucking convinced. These 4 fucking kids, or teenagers, and they're married. I mean, there's 2 couples that are married. But they're in their teens, like 18, 19, like right around that age group. So he decides to go back over to the TNT area with them, and he used his spotlight to go out like from the patrol car. He just fucking like shines around, and he doesn't really see anything, but he did notice that the radio was having interference right there.
Oh shit. Okay.
And usually, I guess like they have enough antennas everywhere where the cops can really talk to each other.
Yeah.
even though they were in this area, he should have had like radio communication, no problem.
Right.
But he was having interference the entire time he was around there.
Fuck.
So he noted that in his police report, but again, like just more shit about electronics, like always like being interfered with when this creature's around.
It's got to be like a different type of energy or frequency or something, bro.
Yeah, like it's just more evidence that's probably like what's happening here.
Okay. So then they all did back and.
Oh, and then the detail of the dog was also in his report. They were telling him that, you know,
There was a dead dog.
When they first took off the first time, there was the dead dog, and when they came back, it wasn't there. And so when he came back, when he came with them, he noted in his report that the dog wasn't there either.
Mm-hmm.
So whatever happened to the dog happened to the dog. It was there when they saw the creature,
Mm-hmm.
but then it was gone when the creature was gone. So I'm assuming the creature took the dead dog.
Yeah.
But that's just my assumption because it's not. There's no fucking hard evidence on this. But
He took him out.
four fucking people say they saw this.
He took him away, bro. He got a Blackstone flat grill, bro. Fucking make some tacos de birria and shit.
Throw them on the Weber and shit.
Well, fuck, food for $3,000. I hope he enjoyed it.
For real. And then the Mallets were too scared to go back to their homes, and they stayed with the Scarberries in their trailer, like overnight.
Mm-hmm.
But they left the lights on because they were fucking terrified.
Yeah, shit, I would.
These people had lasting effects from this. They were fucking terrified. They didn't know what the fuck this was. It wasn't like they got scared and then they're over it.
Yeah.
It probably changed like their perspective of shit. Like what the fuck that could that thing have been?
The chamuco.
Seriously. And so they go back the next day in the morning. Once they all kind of rested up. I mean, I'm sure they had like shitty sleep.
Yeah.
But they go back to the area without the cops. It's just them, and they discovered that they were checking out other areas, like some of the igloos that I mentioned before.
Mm-hmm.
They were checking out some of those to see, you know, if there was evidence of something. They were checking out the igloos, some other factories, maybe some warehouses, maybe like small shops in the areas. But they were checking out everything. They noted one thing, that there was pigeons living in all of the buildings except for the building where they say they saw it.
Yeah, 'cause the motherfucker was probably eating them, fool. Chicken dinner, dog.
Yeah. So that's just like a really interesting detail.
Yeah.
It's just like, what the fuck?
Yeah, that's wild,
like,
dude.
Why is like pigeons living everywhere except for right here? Like where this fucking weird fucking creature's at?
And he's fucking roasted all of them, fool.
And
He's having his own Juan Pollo, dog.
And Linda started. Linda had lasting effects of this shit. She was treated for shock afterwards.
Shit.
Like a traumatic, like I don't think they call it like PTSD or some shit. They just called it shock back in the day. Back in the 60s, you know, like in the Vietnam era, there was like the shell shock shit. Like people call it shell shock, and then they had like, you know, other words for it. She was treated for shock because she was traumatized.
Shit.
Traumatized and probably had like lasting effects. She had lasting effects after this, and her quote like that stands out to me. Like she was like, after throughout all the reports, you know, she said that like what she saw and everything, right? But afterwards, she said, "I wish I had never seen it. I wish someone else had seen it." She didn't want to fucking like be in the middle of all this. And plus, she was like terrified now, and she had to go through like therapy and shit.
That's an unnecessary trauma, bro.
Yeah,
Like, you don't need that shit. Like,
nobody needs that.
you
shit.
know what I'm saying?
And after this encounter, she was just telling like fucking everybody, like the newspaper, the whatever, because this was like the third report of the sighting of this thing.
Okay.
So now they started getting more and more attention because there was like 4 people saying the same thing.
Before
it was 2 different people saying 2 like similar things, but now it's 4 people saying they saw the same thing.
That fucking town became real famous for that.
Yeah, even today. Like today, there's like around November, December.
I heard something that they gave the key to the city to the Mothman or some shit like that. Or
I can't remember.
They had like a little ceremony or
they
some
had a
bullshit
ceremony
like that.
where they like kind of
Yeah.
hold like a.
Give him the keys. I'm gonna eat all your fucking dogs.
And people visit there. Like they go.
Yeah,
It's like one like a
just for that.
destination
Right,
for
right,
like
right.
to celebrate. Like they do like a week-long thing, and then they said I saw like a video that like the town gets like flooded by people and the population grows by like 3 times or some shit. Like it's just like a gang of people that show up for this.
Yeah.
But they have like a week-long celebration. Like the town really like
That shit would be pretty dope to plan a trip.
that would be sick.
Go do that shit.
Go fucking Mothman hunting or some shit. Or just see the sights and shit.
Yeah.
But they have like they have a statue
I'm sure
of
they
the
got
Mothman.
some sick breweries right there too.
Yeah, probably, right?
That's like kind of like hipster town right there, huh?
Well, yeah, it's all like local shit.
Yeah.
It's all like little locally shit, like locally mom and pop shops and stuff. And there's like I saw like some YouTube video. Somebody went out there to investigate, and then they stopped at some diner where they had like Mothman themed food and shit.
Yeah.
Like cookie with like the eyes,
cooked
the
fucking
red eyes.
cooked fucking German shepherds and shit.
Yeah,
But
some crazy.
that's
hot
4
dogs.
people.
Yeah.
That's 4 people that reported about the same thing. Honestly, dude, like, okay, if you think about it, you know, people make up bullshit to gain money out of it, though.
Yeah.
You know, she didn't want no money. She just like you said, she was like, fuck this. I wish it wasn't me that seen that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, other people are the same thing. So I mean, that kind of that gives you a little bit of credibility, just like with Bob Lazar.
Yeah, him too.
Exactly the same.
He was trending on Twitter like recently, and hopefully it keeps going because more people need to figure out this find out about
dude.
this shit.
I think, man, dude, we need to do another episode with them, bro.
Another Bob Lazar episode. Yeah,
I fucking love Bob Lazar, bro.
Bob Lazar's a shit. But Linda started getting anonymous phone calls
Oh,
and then got visited by men in black.
what?
Well, who knows who she got visited by, but these so-called men in black showed up stereotypical men in black style. They had the black suits, white shirt, black tie.
P71 Crown Vic.
She couldn't identify the car. Probably,
Back in the day, it was a Caprice and shit.
well, she said it was a town car because she said she thought it was a Cadillac. So
Okay.
maybe they're switching from Ford to Chevy.
Fucking Mulder and Scully showed up and shit.
Yeah.
Hey, shut the fuck up.
But okay, so this is where it gets fucking weird.
Okay.
They say the exact same shit that we mentioned in the other podcast about the Men in Black. Like their skin isn't like real, almost. Like they're like really like almost like translucent skin. Like,
Fake.
Like it looks like they're not real.
Lips are drawn on. Eyebrows drawn on.
And you can see like the veins inside their skin.
It's
Like
like robots, dog.
something.
I am a cybernetic organism.
And so they went to question them, Linda by herself,
Yeah.
I guess, because her dad shook one of the man's hands, and he seemed to not know how to shake hands. He just was awkward. Just and then they noticed that like a car similar to the one that visited them was following her around.
Yeah.
They even like noticed that this car went through like a drive-through restaurant with them. I don't even know if they even ordered anything. I mean, it was 2 dudes in a Crown Vic or what could have been a Cadillac.
Yeah.
But they followed it. They were fucking like just terrified of these fucking people.
Fuck.
Like they were being terrorized by the Men in Black. Like just fucking, they saw like this sighting.
Yeah.
And they don't want you to fucking start be blabbing about it to the newspaper and shit. So they went to go shut her up.
So you think like the Men in Black they're not just exclusive for like UFOs and aliens? It's like more for like cryptids and shit like that. It's like let's say if you see Bigfoot.
I think it could be for like any phenomena, any encounters of like a weird phenomena,
And a lot of related to the government.
Yeah.
So let's say like, okay, for example, let's say I find out the truth about a secret fucking spy plane, or something that's like, or an actual UFO fighter, and I start blabbing about it, I'm probably gonna get visited by the men in black and killed.
Probably.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, that's what we're perceiving from
Yeah.
all this information.
That's fucking crazy, dude.
And then there was another encounter with the Men in Black with Steve and Mary Millett.
Uh-huh.
They showed up with a Volkswagen,
Oh shit. Okay.
and it was a dude and a lady Men in Black.
Mhm.
So I guess there's more than, they're inclusive. They they have women in the Men in Black also.
Yeah.
And they took down the license plate to the car because
Yeah.
they showed up and they said they wanted to take a picture for and they were kind of like, they were thinking it was probably for like the news or the newspaper or
Yeah.
something, but they weren't like entirely sure
Yeah.
because I don't think they really like fully explained like who they were or anything. So they just showed up in suits trying to take a picture. So they're like, all right, this is fucking weird. So they think it was probably like the police or somebody with authority.
Mm-hmm.
So, but they showed that they got weirded out, and so they wrote down the license plate to the Volkswagen. They went to the police with the plate number, and they said that this plate was non-existent. Because I mean,
Here
somebody shows up.
comes the Man in Black.
Somebody shows up to your house, and then they take a picture of you. You're like, what the fuck,
Well, it's like that
Like,
episode
it was
from.
so like unwelcomed or unwanted and shit.
Yeah.
You're like, fuck this. Like that's probably a crime because they come to your house.
Yeah.
You're in your private residence, and they pull you out the house to take a picture.
It's like that episode on from X-Files. The second one, I think it was called Deep Throat or some shit like that, where they go and investigate experimental fighter pilots that go crazy. And I guess they have like, supposedly the whole episode is that they're covering up a UFO fighter. And these fighters, these pilots are going crazy from testing them, right? So anyway, so this guy that he was supposed to be the news reporter is actually a government agent, like a kind of like a Men in Black. So when Scully finally busts his ass, she calls the FBI headquarters or whatever that helps her. She goes, "They run this play for me." And he goes, "Yeah, they're all fucking bogus. All of them are fucking non-existent." Yeah.
So it's just fucking strange to see that the Men in Black started to show up here in town, like in this town. It's just interesting that like people start talking about this phenomenon and they get visited by fucking people that don't want them talking about it.
Yeah.
It's just fucking kind of scary, kind of fucking.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm saying, dude. Like, if we get visited, like, what the fuck? What kind of like torturous shit are they gonna put us through? Like, what? What do you? I mean, there's no telling, right?
I think we're just gonna get. We're not really doing nothing wrong, bro. We're just fucking relaying what's already out there. I think they'll
Hopefully
probably
that's
just.
a good enough excuse.
They're just gonna tell us to shut the fuck up. They're probably gonna break her MacBook and that's it.
That fucking stupid, bro.
Hey, that's mine, you dick. I told you like last episode.
just
You're
gonna
gonna run
break
over
my
your
mic?
mic and shit, bend your fucking boom and everything.
Damn.
But I mean, yeah, dude, definitely. Let's do a 2-part, bro. It's getting too hot.
Yeah. And yeah, there's a couple more sightings that I wanted to get to before
Okay.
the tragedy.
Okay.
But let's give a quick snapshot of what the tragedy is.
Okay.
So from November to 1966 till December 1967, they reported fucking a bunch of fucking Mothman fucking encounters to the newspaper, to the cops, to fucking everybody. And this town isn't that big, so it's like a bunch of fucking people saying the same thing. Up until the collapse of the Silver Bridge. The Silver Bridge was built in the 20s, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah, it's built in the 20s, the late 20s, and it connected Ohio to, West Virginia to Gallipolis, Ohio, across the Ohio River, across the Ohio River, and they in 1967, around 5 p.m. Like, it was just before 5 p.m. and the bridge collapsed.
Fuck.
They say that the Mothman was seen on that bridge
Prior to that, no?
Prior to that,
Yeah.
the day before, and even up to 30 minutes before the bridge collapsed.
Mm-hmm.
They say said that they saw it. The collapse happens, and it's the worst. It's the worst disaster that the country's ever seen.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
At that
there
time,
was a lot of deaths in that shit too.
46 people lost
Yeah.
their lives.
That's fucked up.
They determined that 37 died of drowning and 9 died of being like crushed by stuff like what the bridge is made out of.
Yeah.
The bridge itself. So 64 people fell into the river. 46 died. 37 died from drowning, and then 9 from trauma from the debris.
Fuck.
So it was around 5 p.m. 2 weeks before Christmas. So 2 weeks before Christmas, there's a bunch of people everywhere trying to go Christmas shopping, right?
Okay.
And it was at 5 p.m. when traffic was like
backed
up like
everybody's
crazy. That's
in out of
rush
work.
hour.
Everybody's going shopping, out of work. Fucking. Hey.
So the bridge was packed.
Yeah.
And that was causes of what led to the disaster. The weight of the cars had increased from like the 20s, from the 20s to the 60s. They had like all those big V8s and muscle cars, and the muscle cars started to come out around that time in the 60s, like the late 60s or mid 60s, you know. And so everyone had like big trucks, V8s were just fucking rumbling around. It was just like a disaster that started ended up because they weren't able to inspect the bridge. However, there's like a whole like article that we'll get into next time about like the collapse of the bridge. But
yeah, I think the next episode
we'll dive into like way more
and then
shit.
Yeah.
Because like so it failed on I-bar 330 out of 1460 due to an 1/8 of an inch cleavage fracture.
Fuck.
So that's the one that gave. And then a bridge isn't like, oh, it's one piece and then there's another
No.
piece. It's all
Connected
interconnected.
and shit, right.
And once one thing fails, it fucks up the rest of it.
Domino
the balance of the whole fucking thing. Because it's a suspension bridge.
Yeah.
And that's how that shit works. If there's one thing that fails,
All that shit's going
all
down,
of it
bro.
is gonna be a fucking like it's gonna come down. It's all supporting each other. So John Keel was a paranormal investigator and journalist. He was a legit journalist, but he was also like super interested into the paranormal. He got told about this by the reporter, or he made friends with the reporter of the local news.
Okay.
Mary Hire. He made friends with her, and he wrote a book on all the encounters that we're seeing, the Men in Black encounters, the UFO encounters, and then the Mothman.
Okay.
There was more encounter, like so the Mothman we're covering here because the Mothman is an anomaly to other things. Like
Right.
how could I say it? It's its own thing.
Right.
The UFOs and the Men in Black that's been seen in other places.
Yeah.
But the Mothman is very
just
localized to this area.
Right. And the Chernobyl.
The Chernobyl, there's and then in Chicago also.
Yeah.
But this guy took in the accounts of I believe there's over 100 people that were interviewed for his book.
Yeah.
And he claims to have an experience what he calls ultra-terrestrials.
What the fuck?
I haven't
What
read
does that mean?
I don't know. I haven't read
Okay.
I haven't read the book, but I'm guessing it has to do. It's got to be. He must have seen something.
Ultra-terrestrial. Well, that kind of sounds like the Mothman. Because
Like
he could fly. He could fucking jump around and like.
But ultra-terrestrial, like,
Unless
I
it's
was
like-
starting to think like different dimensions.
Maybe. Yeah. Okay.
So I'll have to like start.
We'll get into that. Yeah.
We'll get into like whatever John Keel covers in another podcast because I really need I need to get into this book.
Well, yeah, we could do that on the. We'll make a separate episode just for that.
Yeah, for John Keel, because like that book that was written, it goes way more into details, and yeah, we can get a lot more information out of this phenomenon. Out of these encounters around this time. There's a lot of information out there, and then there's stuff that I haven't really covered yet, and we'll get that. We'll also get into that into another episode.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
but yeah, there's encounters by people driving in
Yeah,
cars.
we'll get all that shit crammed into the next episode, bro. And hopefully we'll be in our new studio
Yeah.
with AC. If any of you
Yeah.
homeboys want to donate us a table, sheesh, we'll gladly pick it up.
Yeah, because it's a bunch of shit.
Yeah, dude, we're gonna have to need it. We're gonna
Some
need
lady
another
fell
episode.
on her. She dropped her baby.
I heard it got scooped up and flown away. No.
No. It's, the dude, like a dude that she was with, picked it up and they
okay.
ran back inside. But
Oh yeah. I remember that one now. Yeah, dude, we'll get all that shit into the next episode, bro.
yeah,
It's your birthday today, dog. It's
starting to fucking heat up in here.
Yeah, dude, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
like I'm fucking. But hey, shout out to all of you guys for staying patient through our bullshit and listening to our bullshit.
Thank you for your patience, guys.
Shout out to Krookz Backyard Brewz, even though we're not doing a fucking thing.
Yeah, shout out Backyard Brewz. Let's hype that up.
Yeah, but like I said, we're gonna get into our new studio. We're gonna probably make another episode of this, a full episode.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think, dude, that Bigfoot shit got me fucking going, dog.
Let's talk about Bigfoot next.
Okay, let's do this.
After the Mothman.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Let's get Bigfoot in. Bring that motherfucker, our actual Bigfoot we know, Chewy.
Yeah.
We'll bring him in on again because he wanted to come on that episode to talk about that. Then after that, let's get the homie to come through and tell us his cryptid experience when he was in the desert. The one you were talking about earlier.
Yeah.
That way he could explain everything. He's got a UFO sighting too that he's seen.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, so we get it. We'll have his own episode and everything like that. We'll introduce him. We'll let him know what he does. And yeah, shout out to Adrian. And like I said, shout out to all of you guys. Little by little, our Instagram is growing.
Yeah, that's
Every
dope.
day it's
cool
2-3 followers and shit. And I'm like, fuck, dude, that's fucking wild.
Yeah.
Please, you guys, I know I sound like a dickhole. Please go to our YouTube, subscribe, and like. That's what's gonna help us right there.
Yeah.
You know, get us up there, get those views up.
It motivates us, yeah. But,
Yeah.
I mean, we want this to kind of be spread around a little bit.
Yeah.
So, like, share.
Please spread the word
Like, it
out.
sounds fucking annoying. It sounds so cliche.
Yeah, dude.
But please,
Yeah.
like,
Pretty please.
share. You can comment shit, talk shit to us, whatever.
Yeah.
But where we can, like, I don't know.
Imagine everybody's talking shit and then you go back and fight with everybody. Well, fuck you, dick. Where you at? Nah, but we love all you guys. And thank you guys.
We really do appreciate it.
Yeah, we really do appreciate it. This is what keeps us motivated, keeps us going. And hey, shout out to you, bro. Happy birthday.
I thank you.
Happy fucking birthday, dog.
Thanks, man.
And hope you're gonna enjoy your day. And then show this to your dad. Panchito, happy birthday. Feliz cumpleaños tú también. Te voy a mandar una caguama right now, bro. Para que te la eches bien frita. Pero saludos. And yeah, man. Enjoy your day with your dad, bro.
Yeah,
you know,
man.
you guys are showing that you guys share a birthday, and that's fucking awesome, dude.
That's wild.
Take him for a steak, bro. Take each other for a steak.
That'd be dope.
He's like, you buy him one, he buys you another one.
Give each other the same gift cards. He gives it to me, I give it back.
He gives you a gift card. Fuck that. To Pornhub and shit. I thought, mijo, lo que tú querías.
That's what's up, dude. Knows me too well.
But fuck it. Hey, thanks to all you guys for, like I said, sticking out. Please stay tuned for the next one. We'll try to get it. Okay, so like I said, we're gonna be moving studios. We need to find a table. We're gonna get all that shit going. Once all that shit's cracking, we'll start. This time I'm gonna drive over to Frankie's house and we're gonna start being more consistent. So that way, no que ando cansado. Llegué desde el lado. Full Grace was metió una putiza away this week, fool.
Yeah.
Oh my god, bro. This blessed this week, dog.
Damn.
And I tell you that they got us doing yard go shit at the Amazons.
Yeah.
They gave us walkie talkies and shit and fucking Tony, bro. Right before I go,
Yeah.
you know how he's always like, okay.
Yeah.
Before we turn in
hilarious.
the fucking radio, so this fool's like, okay. Broadcasting all that shit all over the fucking warehouse. Oh, fucking Tony, bro. That shit was full. That shit had me rolling, bro. And then I kept fucking around with it. I was like, hey. I was like, what if I put SPM and just broadcast it over? It's like, wiggy, 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 wiggy on the fucking speakers. And
You
shit.
guys are so dumb.
We're gonna lose a fucking account for Grace.
You get kicked
fucking
out, bro.
stupid asses, bro. But yeah, shout out to Tony. But okay, we'll wrap this up. Shout out to all you guys. Please stay tuned.
Yeah.
Our next one, we're gonna wrap up the Mothman. We'll get into Bigfoot, and then we'll bring the homie on.
Yeah.
So, please stay safe out there. Don't do nothing stupid as
A
fuck.
quick shout out.
Go for it.
Yesterday I had a little time. Well, actually, I caught Abby before I was having to go to sleep,
Okay.
and I was hanging out, and they wished me a happy birthday. Too.
There you go. Fuck
So,
yeah, dude.
Big shout out to Abby Rebel.
There you
And
go.
Follow them on Twitter. If you guys got like some extra time, not doing shit, hanging out late night, just check out Abby Rebel. Play a lot of fucking retro games and all this shit.
Yeah.
Right now they're playing a bunch of Mario games. They're doing like a marathon of Mario games.
Man, fuck Mario, dog. Keep getting stuck on the water world and shit, dog. On the third one, me, Tony, at the yard and shit.
Oh, Abby fucking beat that shit yesterday, or the night before.
I'm gonna tell her, hey, beat it for me.
You could watch how it's done, bro.
Yeah,
Like,
that shit is fucking tired, bro. Sometimes we get bored at the yard and we just start fucking playing Nintendo and shit.
Yeah.
So fuck it. But all right, man. Well, shout out to Abby Rebel. Shout out to you for your birthday.
Thanks, man.
Fucking stay tuned, you guys. Like I said, stay safe. Don't do nothing stupid. But catch us on the next one. Later.
Bye, everybody.
Get the fuck out of here.